June 8th, June 21st, New Style. The translation of the relics of the holy Greatmartyr Theodore Stratelates. Stratelates means a warrior, a military commander. This designation is attributed to Saint Theodore because while serving as a military commander of an earthly emperor, he proved himself to be a true warrior of Christ, a most valiant commander of the King of Heaven, as the Holy Church sings to him in the Troparion. The holy Greatmartyr Theodore suffered for the name of Christ under the wicked Emperor Licinius in the city of Heraclea, where the saint served as a military commander. The time of his martyrdom was the 8th of February, but now we celebrate the translation of his honorable relics from the city of Heraclea to his native city of Ukiah, according to his instructions. For he gave such a testament to his servant Varus, who witnessed his sufferings and recorded them. Bury my body in Ukiah, in the estate of my parents. Those who wish to obtain more detailed information about this saint can read a detailed description of his sufferings, which is placed under the 8th day of the month of February. Here we will only recall the wonderful miracle that occurred through his icon. Anastasius of Sinai and John Damascene testified to this miracle. The miracle was as follows. 4,000 steps from Damascus is a place called Karshata. Here stood a church built in honor of the holy Greatmartyr Theodore Stratelates. When the Saracens seized this place and settled here, many of them entered this church and defiled it in every way. For example, they drove their cattle into the church, entered the church with their wives and children, and committed vile sinful deeds here. On one of the walls of that church was a painting of the holy Greatmartyr Theodore, drawn in colors. Once when many Saracens had gathered in this church and were talking among themselves, one of them, pulling back his bow and arrow, aimed and shot at the image of the saint. The arrow pierced the saint's right shoulder, and immediately blood flowed from the image as from a living person. Seeing such a great miracle, the Saracens were greatly amazed. Yet they did not leave the church, but continued to dwell in it and commit impure deeds here, according to their custom. There were 20 Saracens living in this church, each of whom had a wife and children. All of them perished shortly after the miraculous incident, being suddenly struck by a bitter death. But those Saracens who lived outside the church remained healthy and unharmed at that time. Anastasius of Sinai speaks of this image of the saint, saying that he himself saw it and that there was a mark of blood on the image flowing from the wound. The Lord performed this miracle for the wicked Saracens to frighten them, and for us, the faithful, to remind us that we should honor the holy icons, for through them and by them the miraculous grace of our God acts. The martyrdom of Saint Theodore dates back to 319 AD.